Hello everyone, I'm Xifang, a managing partner of Button Capital. I'm so excited to host today's fireside chat with Chen. Our topic is empowering women over 35, balancing life, work, emotions, and hormones. Button, founded in 2015 in Silicon Valley, is an investment firm focused on healthcare. In the past few years, we have invested in pharmaceuticals, medical devices, and digital health. The sponsor of this event, MenstrEaze, is one of our incubated startups focusing on women's hormone balance. Today's speaker, Meng, is my graduate school classmate from many years ago. Meng, do you want to say hello and share a little bit about your background?
Yeah, thank you. First, I would like to say the name for your investment firm, Button, is the cutest one I have heard in all investment firms. I like that name. As you mentioned, that we went to ASU together, and after graduation, I have been working in tech companies like Microsoft and LinkedIn for 12 years. And after that, I realized that at this moment of my life stage, it's more important for me to focus on my inner growth and support the inner growth of others. So I quit my full-time tech job and then became a career and life coach. And also, I'm a mom of two girls, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Mo. From our side, probably I can give you a brief introduction to our firm and also
Yeah,
why we are here to
yeah.
discuss
I
this.
I'm
Yeah.
very interested because I know in Silicon Valley, I see a lot of startups are focused on technologies,
Mhm,
especially AI, right?
mhm.
And it's very rare to see someone, I mean, at least I know, investing in healthcare, especially it's very specialized, the women's health. So I like to learn more, like what got you guys interested in investing in MenstrEaze, and I sense some interesting background story behind that too.
Oh, that's great. So personally, I got my PhD in computer science, and then for Microsoft and Google, and the left
Yeah.
for startups. In the past 8 years, I have been doing healthcare investing. We realized that women's health is actually underfunded, underserved, and also underaddressed. For example, McKinsey research shows that only 1% of the research and innovation budget actually goes to women-specific disease beyond oncology. So this actually highlights a significant gap. Addressing women's health is not actually could have more social impact compared with the traditional healthcare investing. As an investment firm, so we gradually build up this kind of new ventures and also new possibilities to explore women's health and how we can help women to manage their lives. And so I wanna use a picture to show something. During the
Yeah.
lunch lunch with Meng discussing the content of this event. Actually, we don't wanna go into the details of the science, but I think this picture shows a lot of different things and explain a lot of different important facts over here. You can see from the left picture, there are different hormones. They are regulating women's cycle each month. However, imbalanced hormone between, for example, progesterone and estrogen will cause a lot of stress, anxiety, irritability, and also mood swings. For example, I give you 3 examples. PMS, premenstrual syndrome, is linked to hormone changes in the luteal phase, where progesterone should be predominant. During perimenopause, fewer ovulations lead to fluctuating hormone level and reduced progesterone in the second half of the cycle. In the menopause, progesterone significance declines, resulting in estrogen dominance and low progesterone levels. So basically, imbalanced hormone will cause a lot of different problems. And however, this is just nature. This is just nature of women's cycle. And many women may think my pressure may come from work, it may come family, may come from other life. But actually, hormone plays a very crucial role in this area. So this is something actually we learned in the past few years. So we started to think about how we can help women, what kind of technologies we can leverage to help women. So from the first part, we designed the system, a few different things, engine to design solutions. So this is why we incubate a project startup called MenstrEaze. However, from the other part, it's a big puzzle. So women's health is not just about hormone. It's also a puzzle of hormone, life, work, and family. So in this fireside chat, we are going to focus on more about life coach philosophy, how to use the mindset, how to change the mindset, how to set up the career goal, how to use the different philosophy or methodologies to manage their lives. So probably we go back to Meng.
Yeah. I thanks for introducing all of that. Before we talk about life coaching and mindset, I like looking at this photo is really inspiring because I know I'm not alone. Sometimes I feel bad about why suddenly my mood and my state is so different. And I'm also intrigued because some people may be intrigued by this too, right? You're a guy, you're not a woman. You seem very passionate about this course and supporting women's health growth. Is there any specific thing or event or story that made you really want to devote your investment area into this area?
Actually, this is a very good question. Um, this picture is not only important for women, also
Mm.
for men as well. Many men probably don't understand what's going on, and they just say, "Okay, my wife or my girlfriends got angry," and this actually comes from the hormone and its nature. If we can help men, boys understand what's going on over there, its nature, this can actually help both women and men and also the family. So this is one of the reasons we want to set up this event to discuss the potential impact, not only about the uh, tech impact, also the social impact. And probably for Mo, Mo, I want to ask you a question regarding your personal journey. So you just mentioned you changed your career from technical program manager to a
Yeah.
life coach. What motivated you to change your career and pursue such life, actually different life, basically?
That's a really good question. Since we have limited time, I will pick I think, maybe put in a shorter summary. It's actually related to hormones, and you mentioned stress, anxiety, irritability, and the mood swings. Part of the story. Back during pandemic area, I think I had two kids over the 3 or 4 years of pandemic. And also I have been working in tech companies for more than 10 years at that time. So I got into a state that my energy of my body is really low, and also energy of my mind and my heart is really low too. And sometimes I have this strong wave of depression emotion coming at me, and the work stress from work is hard too. So at that moment, I was searching outings, searching things that can support me. At that moment, I didn't know that there was like hormone imbalance. I was like very self-criticizing why I would be so sad all the time. I would be crying so hard because of one sentence my husband said. And it's even before the baby was born. And slowly, during mat leave, I got into coaching school because I love studying as a hobby. So after 2 courses from my coaching school, I was able to be with my emotion and not to fall into the deep dark hole of feeling depressed and sad about myself. I was able to observe that and not fall into that. So that got my energy up. And the previous year, was a whole journey of exploring what's inside and doing inner growth work, and also being a coach, and also being a mom, and being a TPM. And also, I was a volunteer for my spiritual meditation center, which also helped me a lot. At that moment, everyone was like, "Wow, you can do all these four things, like four jobs. It's amazing." But I know I could not handle all of them, so I made a decision with also a lot of work to decide which one that I really want to focus on. And that moment is I got very clear that currently in my life stage, it's really important for me to focus on take care of myself and doing the inner growth work, supporting myself and others, and also take care of my family, um, and also the financial situation of my family. I was fortunate that I can take a few years of break of not earning full-time salary from a full-time job. So it's a combination of uh, like health we talk about, and also clarity of what's really important for me in this lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing your journey. I just want to have a follow-up question
Yeah.
regarding this. So, was there a specific event or moment that actually served as the trigger, the final trigger for this significant career shift? Because we know that as a TPM, a technical program manager at LinkedIn, you are making six figures salary each year. Now, basically, you are changing your career and help others. But I know for this time that's
Mm.
gonna be a little bit struggling, right, in terms of the salary and also income. But still, I want to see what was the final trigger for this such change.
Yeah. Well, actually, two final triggers. They support each other. One's from my meditation practice during one of the really deep retreat in Mount Shasta at our meditation center. In one of the meditation sitting, when the teacher asked us, like the meditation itself was focused on life transformation, asked us like, what are the three life directions for you at this moment? And I don't know what was going on, but in my mind, it's like there's a screen, and the screen has three sentences on it. And the first one is supporting myself in the growth. And the second one is supporting others in the growth. And the third one is to be there for my family unconditionally, take care of my family unconditionally. And that served as a huge motivation for me to make a change, because in those three sentences, I did not see keep working as a TPM. So that leads to a deeper question is, do I like when at the end of my life, do I want to have on my tombstone a great TPM or something else? So that made really clear. That was like the mind shift. And the second would be the lasting change would be I was doing a session with actually a practice coaching session. And in that 30 or 40 minutes, the field I created, I was able to support that person to shift from such a anxious and sad and irritable state to, oh, wow, she was really motivated to work on what is important to her. And it was really inspiring. Of course, later on, I got to learn not every coaching session was like that. But at that moment, it serves like a signal for me to see, wow, the value I could create during that 30 minutes is far bigger than the value I can create driving migrations, driving engineer launches in LinkedIn.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. So those two moments served as the final supporter in making a decision.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Next question is regarding your life coach philosophy. For example, for women over 35 who will face a lot of pressures from both work and the family, they may
Mm.
take care of kids, they may take care of their parents, a lot of responsibilities over there. What could be the simple and the sustainable practice would you recommend to balance their career aspirations and also personal well-being? This is very critical because I have seen so many different things in the past few years. Many women may not find the balance, or maybe there's no such balance over there. And I just want to learn a little bit more from you. What's your recommendation and how you manage that?
Thank you, thank you. First, like as a coach, my coaching style is not giving advice, so I will share it from my own perspective. You brought a really interesting word like balance for audience and also see. I want to ask you a question. What came to your mind when you think of someone needs to balance?
Mm,
It could be, to my mind, it was like someone is holding a pole, walking on a tightrope, and that person has to balance, or she will fall.
okay.
Or it could be a scale, right? You put same weight, and meanwhile, but as a woman, I am neither. Like the more we focus on trying to find a balance, that means subconsciously we will put us in that position. Probably more like a position is if we don't balance, we fall.
Mm,
Or if we don't balance, all the balls will fall. Like we cannot juggle all the things. So like I like what you said. And I want to tell everyone that what I found is we're not here to find a balance. And it's okay we don't have a balance. And it's okay we don't search for balance. What's more important is we know what's important for us at each moment, at each week, at each month.
mm,
And we focus our energy to do that. It's like, to my example is I was being a volunteer, I was being a TPM, I was being a mom, I was being a coach. And when I say, oh, I really want to find the balance of all the four, I could not. If I keep searching for that, I will just exhaust myself out.
okay. So,
Yeah.
for example, do you set up your career goals, or do you suggest someone else to set up their career goal? Because sometimes this is not nice to have. This is must have, right?
Yes, yes. So that's really like it's when you have a goal, and I don't know about you, goal has such a heavy energy in today's culture, right? Like it associates with what your boss pressures you to do, or what your company sets you up. Or if you fail that, and then your whole salary and your KPI ain't got measured. Um, right now, I don't have specifically career goals, but I know what is important for me. Like if it's motivate me, I will use set up a goals that truly aligns with my heart, that comes from the inside, not from outside.
Mm,
So if I also lead workshops for help supporting people to help set goals, but those goals are really aligns with, for example, doing what kind of things that will makes you feel, oh wow, it's really valuable. I spend my time here. And I really want others to know that I work in this field. So goals is really helpful. In the meantime, be careful. Goals will also pressure you and give you extra stress to work on things. So find what's really important and have a goal coming from inside, and add play into it. Because goal is like, we think of goal originally came from soccer, right? Like the one who prevents the ball gets into the goal is called a goalie. So when you have a goal, it's really important that it's really exciting you when you hit that.
mm.
Excitement and fulfillment is really important when you really set a goal. Yeah. So to answer your question, I do set goals sometimes, and sometimes I just have focus areas to work on.
Okay, so
Yeah,
because different people may have different strategies for this one because
that's true. I
yeah,
agree.
let's say even with well-defined goals or even without well-defined goals, stress from work and stress from family may
Mm.
may be inevitable. It's always there, and but how to manage or how do you recommend for managing such stress effectively? Because it's always there. They have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's also a quite a big and vague question.
Yeah.
Everyone's definition of stress will be different. I remember, like for me, when I was working in LinkedIn, a big part of stress is worry.
Mm,
Like I have a lot of ideas, but due to the culture I grew up, like I don't have enough skills to really be there and not worry about what other people will think and not to say things really boldly. So sometimes in conference rooms, it's like another colleague will say exact things, but with a louder voice and the similar things. And all those things because of worry, a worry about the outcome and a worry about what people will think of us. So just imagine if all those fears and all of those worries were taken away, my stress will actually be lower. So what I didn't realize in my working time as in LinkedIn or Microsoft is how much energy that this worrying type is creating the stress, the so-called stress. Is we actually don't have a definition of stress. It's more like an experience. Oh, I felt pressure and I felt this huge discomfort. And now stress is such a popular word. We just all lump that into stress. So it's really important from my perspective for everyone to see in this umbrella called stress what's actually taking your energy. Is that worrying? Is that fear? And also for me, because I have a definition of um, my self-worth is tied to whether I get a promotion or not. And later on, I get to see that. But at the moment, I didn't. I just thought, oh, promotion is so important. And if I don't get it, I feel so stressed and I feel so, and also because of economy, sometimes it's those things you need to play the company's rule, right? And to climb the ladder. But that's also stressful. So it depends on really what makes you stressful and try to not to really focus on how I can get rid of stress, how I can manage stress, but be really clear that in that big word called stress, move it away to see where your energy, where your focus, where your attention every time is spending at. Like for example, were writing a slide, but you worry about what other people will think. So that's also stressful, right? Okay.
mm,
Oh, I'm so stressful. I have to present this. Or were you worried about you could not get that thing? Or were you worried about how you need to react to a colleague who's really hard to work with?
mm.
So it's actually building skills to manage those situations. I think it's really beneficial for everyone. So for me, it's hard to find a like overall universal advice for stress management because everybody is really different
I see. From my understanding, basically, we first need to define stress
for
and
yourself.
yeah, for
Mhm.
yourself and how to manage such stress based on your the definition and also the scope or tolerance. Basically, you can take, right? This is my understanding. I want to switch a little bit to another question because actually I have seen many women may not only suffer from stress, they also
Mhm.
suffer from, for example, like they lose interest of many things. For example, they will think, okay, I didn't get promoted, or there are so many different things, factors impacting my life. I just losing interest of the life and also losing interest of the work. Have you seen such things before, or do you have any like recommendation for such behavior or observation. Yeah.
Yeah, not just women, right? And
Yeah.
men does that too. It's like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
whole point of
Yeah.
this. And I was experiencing that too. I used to was like, oh, like nothing's so interesting. And also because I have this mind which is so brilliant, you will keep asking, what's even the point of life? Right. And it could go really deep. Um, Now I see it's actually a sign that's good. Not good, not in ways not good for your health, but good for you to realize you may have that mode that when your energy is low. So as a human, when our energy is low, we just lost interest in things. So you can also imagine that when you are in a good mood, when your energy is high, you feel so pumped and everything so seems more interesting. Even the person you don't like seems more cute and more adorable.
Mm.
But when you are just tired and your energy is depleted, and it's just one single thing, even one word or one eye contact will set you up, will trigger you, the so-called trigger. So
Mm.
that's really is more from my spiritual practice background or meditation background, it's actually mostly likely a sign that when you lost interest, it's not a problem. Meanwhile, it's a signal that it could be your energy is low, working on things that bring your energy up, And then slowly this mode will evolve out of itself. And of course, looking at what kind of mindset, what kind of beliefs sucking up all the energy is helpful too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So basically, we have talked about stress and we have talked about the losing interest. I want to move to another one. So it's quite common as well.
Yeah.
Like emotional resilience, for example, mood swings, irritability. This could come, actually, this could caused by PMS or perimenopause, menopause because of the hormone fluctuation.
Yeah.
Still, the it's there, and sometimes, for example, a woman working in the workplace, they may get complaints from colleagues, get complaints from managers. This will trigger a lot of different mood swings, and this will uh, this will be exaggerated by the potential hormone issues. So if we separate them, just focusing on the life coach philosophy, what do you recommend to for women managing such mood swings or irritabilities?
Mm, very wonderful question. As again, my MBTI is INFP. So I'm a big F person. It's like I have big emotions and sometimes I have big mood swings. From all the years of working on myself and supporting my clients, what I realized is um, the step zero is really supporting ourselves is to see that we are not alone.
Mm.
I'm not the only one suffering from this. And there's lots of women and lots of men that impacted by this emotion. And the step zero is helped me tremendously is because sometimes we will isolate ourselves. When I feel sad, when I have big emotions, I want to just curl up and say, oh, why is happening to me? Like why everybody is so happy, but I'm the only one. But realizing that, yeah, I'm just the one job of the entire human population. See, I'm just the one tiny job. There must be others.
Mhm.
Same with me. And second is when facing emotion, of course, there's lots of books on telling you how to manage emotion. I think in the end, it's pretty similar. Is important thing is being aware of this emotional energy. So my spiritual teacher gave a really good analogy is every time emotion comes up, it's like a ball of energy.
Mm.
And if you reject it or accept it, or reject it means, oh, I feel so sad. I should not feel this sad. I want the sadness to go away. Accepting means, oh, I'm so sad. So I would just hide. I don't want to. So it's either you reject, or you listen to it, it's actually all giving it more energy. So the ball will go bigger and bigger from an energetic point of view. It's the same from a coaching perspective, is whatever the mindset is hidden behind that big emotion, that neural pathway will get stronger and stronger. So from meditation practice and coaching practice, what they point to the same important thing. When facing big emotion, what do? We be there. We be there. Be there means it's like, okay, you calm. Thank you for your calm. But I don't agree with you, and I don't reject you. And it's very hard. Of course, right? And because our natural tendency is running or fighting. But how do we be there? It's either it takes a lot of practice, but slowly from small emotions, have the curiosity, oh, my body had this sensation, I have this emotion. So started being friends with it, but not just accepting it and not rejecting it. It's also an important step. And the third step is we are only one drop of water from this human tiny thing, but we also need support. So what I realize is, especially having a partner who is a very thinking focus. So every time I have a big emotion, and he will try to solve problems with me. And you can imagine, right? Like I got so angry because at that moment I want my emotion being validated. So if I realized that I really need a support system to build emotional resilience. So support system can be a really good friend that can be there to support you, or a coach, or a therapist, or even your spiritual teacher. Just have build that support system that when those happens, we are not trying to push through by ourselves, because without proper training, the mind can be, I don't want to say weak, but can be conditioned to normal modes, like all those beliefs and all those neural pathways. They will just spiral away and take you away. But having a good support system is what I really would like as a third step.
Oh, that's great. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, I just want to add a few more comments regarding this because one thing you just mentioned, like cognitive CBT, probably is equivalent called cognitive behavior therapy. Um, one of the philosophies behind that is that knowledge is actually very critical. Sometimes people just don't know that. If you know that, and the knowledge itself will actually solve the problem. So this is one of the philosophies behind cognitive CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. I think this is quite similar to that philosophy. Second one, still mood swings or such emotional resilience. I want to go back to the picture I just showed. There are actually many different things of methodology. I want methodologies, many different ways to help regulate or balance hormones, because hormone actually is one of the very critical parts in this picture. So, for example, yoga, meditation, and exercise, this will be very helpful. This is the first one. Some of the supplements or some of the ingredients that can contribute as well. For example, like calcium, magnesium. They have been well studied in the literature to help women improve their mood swings. So this is something already in the literature. So basically, I think this is also knowledge. If women know that, this can be solved. If they don't know that, they will be scared and even scared. Now it's kind of like deadlock and no exit. So this will make the situation even worse. If we think in other direction, if knowledge is there, we know how to address that, and we know there is a way to address that. This can definitely improved or solved. So this is the something I want to some of comments I want to add to Meng's coaching philosophy. Okay, back to Meng, back to the coaching. Could you describe a little bit about your process and basically how to engage with them and what could be the potential expected outcomes of the coaching session?
Yeah, that's a really difficult question. Um, Coaching is very different from consulting
Yeah.
or mentoring, because consulting, mentoring, they can tell you specifically what you can get, right? Like, I will implement this process for you, and I will teach you how to do things. It's so clear. And for to have outcomes on the coaching really depends on what you want. So from my perspective, my examples is clients will come to me is, for example, they need to going through interview processes, but they could not do the things they need to do because they are so struggling in their head, and they postpone. So I support them to take them past away the stopping points.
Mm,
Or business owners will come to me is, I know I have this really exciting goal I need to make, but somehow I could not do all those things. Or clients will come to me as, I have this relationship with my partner, but I just feel so angry, I don't know how to proceed. So it really depends on what you need right now. Right now, I really focus on supporting people to take the actions they need to take. So
mm,
it could be finding a job. It could be that you feel you need to make some changes in your work. It's like what I go through. I
mm,
just feel this tremendous emptiness in my heart when I worked for so long, and my heart is longing to do something else. But I was so afraid to
mm,
just quit the full-time job. I'm not saying everyone will need to quit, but if you sense that you are going through some transitions, you need to take some actions, and you feel lost, and you feel struggling, it's a really good point that to talk to a coach that can support you to get there faster. I trust everyone's ability to have their own answers. Sometimes we just will take it slower with someone to guide us to help clear all those mental blocks that stopping us. So in short answer, the outcome is you will find more focus and more clarity and more ease without struggling, and also more gratefulness in your life. Yeah,
no.
depends on what you are trying to do.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you for sharing such effective strategies for managing lives. And also, if there are any questions from audience, please just raise the hand and probably you can ask Mo.
Someone is asking, is there any recording accessible? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah. I will put it on the YouTube. Okay. Um, okay. So if there is no question, and I will go to the next page, because yeah uh yeah because we have to audience, thank you for dedicating time to this online session. If you're looking to manage your hormones with latest technologies, you can scan the first barcode of MenstrEaze. It provides access to a full pipeline of products and solutions. It has been used by over users in over 30 countries globally. So it's very useful. Yeah, basically. And for those interested in life coaching, you can scan the second barcode to book a session with Meng, and hopefully this can solve your problem. And I will also make this video online on MenstrEaze.com, and everybody can watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. And my first session is called a discovery session. It's a free session to see if coaching is a fit for you. And I also know Master is free, right? Will you get in and you get lots of supporting materials?
Yes, we have a lot
Yeah.
of materials because, as just mentioned, because um, we have invested in many different companies in healthcare, and Mastery is one of the incubated startups from our side. We love this company because just the story behind that. It's not only making social impact. is also actually helping people. And we can see the comments from Amazon, from other platforms. They are actually helping people. So this is why we love this company. And for the next few months, actually few weeks, we are going to set up more events discussing potential ways managing hormone, managing life, and managing different things for women. I know a lot of potential problems, but still knowledge is the key. It's the key. If you have knowledge, you can nail this down. If you don't have knowledge, or this may make you feel scared, and make it more worse. So still, scan the barcode, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. See
Bye.
collaborating. Bye.
Bye.